Suckers turn king and diamonds to dust. I tried to beat the house, but every hand was a bust. Another day ends, another begins. Another night sleeping on needles and pins. I keep rolling where the battle wind blows. I keep running, but the trouble follows. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up. This lucky penny's been nothing but bad luck.
Yeah, and this second hop we ended up out in a debris field. Everything worked out well. So we covered some serious terrain.
Mm-hmm. So you are in I've actually got to find the bloody planet. That's good, Steve. Oh, 210, 0 to 10, I beg your pardon. Yeah. In the Absheron sector, just by Pollux Prime. Yeah, I'll get us over there. Yeah. The one that's not named.
Oh, we're here?
Sounds sick. Just what happened there? Yeah.
In a debris field.
Yep. Yeah.
Neon.
Neon. Yeah. So, yeah. You're in a debris field. You're not sure what that means, whether you miscalculated or whatever. But I need to, as we kick off, obviously, we'll need Will to do a sensor check to try to get help Tacoma pilot his way through this mess before your ship impacts on something very bad.
Okay, let's see.
What subsector is this we're in, Steve?
Absheron.
Absheron.
This one down here. Yep. It's just at the top. Just on the border between that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't see data on that subsector in the Dropbox.
No, you won't.
Okay. I opened the Dropbox.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Sorry, that was my sensors roll.
6. Okay, beautiful. So, if you're there, Sid, you're going to have a harder time than normal of this is piloting it by the seat of your pants. I'll need a piloting roll at a -2. Meanwhile, you might be on the blower asking for some help from Samuel.
For what, piloting or engineering?
Sensing. Don't you have sensing computers?
Yes, I do. I don't
So
know what I have. Let me look.
Sorry, sensing.
I think I have comms.
Oh, you have comms.
Or like, what do I have? Where's my character sheet? Oh, God. Well, he's on here. Let me look him up.
Computer -1 is what you're looking for. Whatever that equals.
I thought I had computer 0, or I've got computer 1.
Yep, I think it was like computer 1 or something like that.
So we'll just do it 2 straight. Oh, I'm not much help.
Cool.
I gotta find my character sheet.
Fun.
Where's this dude? Oh, I had him in here.
It's okay. I'm going to get into the little box of subsectors. Where are you? King's Gameplay, Sci-Fi, Stardust, Hitron, and there we are. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Click on that. I'll put this in the Dropbox. Just give me a second.
I've got computers 1, so that was right, and comms 1. I got them laid out. I got them written by hand out here with everything I got, so I did the right roll for that.
Yep. Computer, and I'll just have to upload. So give me a second. I'll put Absheron in there. Oops. Absheron is there. right at the top. In the Dropbox, Stardust, Redux, subsectors, Edgetron.
I don't see it in here. Wait a minute.
Very first one.
You may have to give it a...
Ashbron is the very first one. The subsector?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Edgetron. Yeah.
ABS.
Ashbron, okay. Oh,
Edgetron.
I thought you said something else. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep, that's right.
Ashbron.
Edgetron. 2
Okay.
syllables. Yes, we are, Glenn. We are recording. I've invited Craig. Craig is a recording thing that happens in Discord. So, done and dusted. So, you're in Edgetron and you are a new one. You've come out in a debris field. And are you there, Sid? You might still be at getting his lunch. Where are we? I know he's got a really high pilot 3. Cool. Okay. I guess I'll roll for him.
Neon is not in Ashbron. I think it's in Forlore.
Yep. Well, it's on the border, but it actually hasn't been given a name, so I've just done it now. Okay, here we go. Here's the piloting roll. Now, this little ship wrong ship, Steve. This little ship has one ventral triple laser and one aft dorsal missile turret. Who amongst the group, apart from people who
I have lasers and screens. If you want me to get into a turret and maybe try to clear away some debris in our path,
might have to happen. I'm just wondering, is there anyone else? I know because I know Glenn's character has the missiles covered.
if we have gunner interact, I have a very, very, very high dexterity, which should help. My dexterity is 14.
Yeah. So apart from Samuel, anyone else got lasers, as in ship lasers? Mantar, did you say something? Okay, we're not hearing you for some reason. You might have to go out and come back in, Mantar. Sometimes it just Discord does weird things like that.
He's muted. Is David, you mean?
No, Mantar, not Dave. The guy who's taken over Eric's character. Okay. He's got gunnery as well. Cool. Okay, because you need to be on board the engine. Samuel and Nagan. Wrong person.
Marco.
Whoa. Yep. Okay.
Getting feedback.
Yep, I was too. Mentor. That's all cool. Dave. Mentor, you're going to be taking the lasers for now. What I need is a roll, first of all, from just to kick things off before I get into Sid trying to weave in and out of the debris. I need to check on the engines, please. So, first of all, Dave, can you give me a supporting roll for Samuel's? Nope. Okay, Samuel.
Yes.
I need you to give me a engineering roll, please.
9.
Okay, Radio. Give me a second here. GM roll. Something bad, something disaster. Nope, that doesn't work. How about we do it this way? Unrecognized. So let's do it this way. You can tell I've had a fucking great day. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, Samuel, while there's no obvious signs of any disaster, like as in imminent destruction of the drives or anything, you are concerned about some readings that you're going to have to investigate. So you're going to have to tell the captain that he's not got any hop drive for a wee while until you actually investigate further. He's got maneuver and power plant, but no hop drive just at the moment, and you're going to have to. It's going to be a couple of hours for you to diagnose.
So it might have got clogged up, or it's heated, or something of the sort. And I got to figure out.
Sure. Yeah, and David will be able to help you, but he's also got a. Sorry, not David.
Can we put that on hold? And does he need my help in one of the turrets for debris? Try to help him with his pipe.
No, something.
I have to stay in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, Mentor, you're going to be up there, but first of all, I'm going to roll for Sid for his piloting role. And it is... Ooh. Bang, you're getting banged about, guys. Okay, Mentor, give me a 2d6 plus 1. I have no knowledge of what this ship has. I'm assuming it has. I'm only assuming it has gunner interact, which means you can add a few bits. I'll just turn to that page.
I thought
Yep.
Pierre had our computer stuff.
He's got computers. Yeah. Oh, he might have. Here?
No, I have
Thought he had
computer 0 skill.
Who? I thought you were keeping up with the software.
It could have
Maybe that was
been
the last
On the old
that might have
ship.
been the last
On the old ship, not this one.
Yeah.
yeah, it could have been
Right,
Sid because he was taking captain. Space combat. Here we go. Oh. So I'm assuming it has. It's a pretty flash little ship, you know. So it would be odd not to. So. Yada yada yada. No, you're not all going to be in one place, are you? I do love this. I've got everything else except for that printed out. But anyway, gunner interact adds gunner expertise. Okay, so it will add your level of 1 mentor to the 6 plus 1. Oh, he's not there. Yay! Having a good day.
You want to roll for him?
Yes, thank you. Because you're in the other thing waiting to blast away with missiles if you have to.
All right, so we're 2d6
Plus 1. He's only got a plus 1.
So who are we missing?
Mentar's had to pop out. He's not connecting.
Oh,
video.
okay.
And Sid, I think, is away.
If you want, I can roll for him. I'm not doing anything.
That's a big 11.
Oh, okay, nice. No, you're coming out for another role, Negan. You're in the engineering room. I need you to give an assist roll, please, to Samuel. Try to work out what the heck's going on. You've got some really weird readings on the board. Okay. Ooh. Beautiful. It's a total mystery to you guys. The only thing that you both can see is that the radiation ratio is incorrect from your training. It is much lower than it should be.
Well, that might be because it's a different style drive, and we just don't know what we're doing yet.
This is part of your training. Like you had that 2 weeks of training on the engines.
Oh.
The radiation ratios are out of whack under, which, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite sure what that means.
Well, we'll troubleshoot it. We'll keep looking and keep researching as we go.
Yep, that's what
I mean, we'll let our pilots get us to this debris field, and we'll figure out where we're going or what we need to do to get it right and move forward.
Right, so you're hearing a lot of bangs and scrapes at the moment along the outside. You're just hoping nothing important is getting rubbed off. You'll probably have to put in several stripes, racing stripes, to cover up the scratches, but that's nothing much. Okay.
Nothing new to us.
No. So while you're trying to do that, can I get another roll, please, from Weaver to see if you can try to understand the sensors, what's going on?
Will Weaver, Pierre.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep,
Sure.
That's right.
Okay, and I'm thinking, where are we going to get a decent paint job? That's like trying to get a tattoo in Mexico.
Yeah. Okay, well, no, you're going to have to go into a diagnostic.
Antar, hi.
Ah, cool. Hi there.
Hi there.
Cool.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, hear you fine.
Yep.
All right then.
Yeah. So
We made one roll for Mantar.
yeah, he's shot at some things and managed to miss. Because
That's cool.
if you remember, your ship came out in a whole lot of debris. Unfortunately, the pilot hasn't been successful, and he's creating some new racing stripes down the side of the vessel. He hasn't managed to take anything off yet, and there's some sort of problem in the engineering bay, but Samuel and Nagin seem to be on top of it. Or at least that's what they're saying.
I was really napping under the desk, and then, I met. He walked in on me, and I started pretending like I was working on something.
Yeah, there you go. So we are in. I'll just center the map so you guys should all know now where you are. New on.
Fuck.
Yep. Oh, you did a big jump.
Did we miss? Oh, we jumped intentionally there.
Yeah, you went from Dello, I think, or Drogo. I can't remember one or the other. Drogo. You went from Drogo, which is way over here, all the way to New one. You jumped your 10. But yeah, several things are happening. So, Glenn, I need another piloting roll, please. He's the seat of the pants. That's at a -2. He gets a
Jerry.
+1 all up. +1 all up.
I mean, Jerry. I'm in the turret.
Yeah, you want me in the turret?
No. You.
Oh, Jerry, you need to drive the ship.
Yeah, you need to get the engines working, or at least don't irradiate everybody. So, Glenn, if you can give me.
You need another.
Just call me Teddy. Call me Teddy.
Okay, Teddy, you need to be.
No, but I'm in the turret. I'm not driving. Jerry's
you just have to roll. He's not there.
No, Jerry's there.
Yeah, Jerry is in the engineering room.
Oh, sorry. I'm the one that's confused.
Skipper.
Yeah.
Tiberius is captain. Yep. Skipper is. He's flying the ship.
Oh, he's got +1. Is that right?
That's it. Yeah. Well, when you say flying the ship, we're saying creating new speed lines. Okay, Radio. He starts to come out of after the initial shock. He starts to start weaving and dodging, and I need you, Will, please, to give me a diagnostics, just an engineering electric roll, please. Electronics roll. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Finally.
You understand why your sensors aren't working. These the debris field that you're in is laden in chromium-5. I'm creating new things here, which is known to what's it called?
Reflex sensors.
Refract your sensor beam, so you're not actually getting your information, and that's why you can't.
Can he make Can he make adjustments to make it work?
No.
No.
Oh, well, they can if they want to destroy it all, but yeah, Yeah, but anyway, he's going to have to fly by the seat of his pants. The sensors are not going to do anything. Okay, Jerry, I need you to give me a diagnostics roll, please. So,
Engineering?
That's fine. Okay.
10.
Right, you understand what's happened. One of the magnetic seals on one of the coupling units has unfortunately disengaged. Obviously that has forced the engine to increase the containment field of the matter that drives the ship, which is the fallen radiation. But of course, the problem with that, if it does it too long, it will actually explode.
Not good. So is there any way I can fix this? Do we have the parts? Can I re-engage it?
Yep, so you're getting Negan off while you're trying to pull off the first ring while he's trying to get the second one, and so basically this is a 3-part roll, so I'll get you to roll one first, please, just your engineering roll.
Okay, another roll?
Yep.
11.
Fine, you're fine, you're getting your part. Negan, I need you to just give me a general 2d6 roll plus any bonuses for intelligence.
Or do I include a bonus for engineering?
Oh, actually, I guess so, because you know what you're looking for. No intelligence bonus?
I don't know.
What's your intelligence? Fourth number. What is it? A letter? Your fourth digit.
I think I'm trying to remember. I think it's like 7 or 8.
Okay. Well,
no bonus then.
Negan has taken his time. You're getting readings, Samuel. You're worried. You're not panicking, but you're worried. They're starting to.
Yeah, Negan drank too much last night.
It's starting to climb now. You're not in the red area yet, but you're in the yellow area. He needs to really return pretty quickly, so I'll have to wait for your other roll. Okay, Sid, can you give me a piloting roll, just a bonus of 1, because you're dodging without sensors through this debris field. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Oh, that's okay. That's so cool. I didn't really, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Sydney is back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He's back. That's all sweet. That's all sweet. So,
I'm grabbing the steering wheel. I'm grabbing the steering wheel away from you.
Yeah, bro. When we were.
Give me that.
Okay.
Give me that.
Hold on.
Wait,
hold on. What were you saying?
I thought you were gone.
Because I rolled 4 plus 3. You said a plus 1 or a minus?
Just a plus 1. No, just a plus 1. You're at a -2 because there's no. What Will has found out is that this debris field is packed full of a whole of substance chromium-5, which actually refracts all of his sensor, so he's not getting any sensors. He can't. It's you flying by sight. That's all you've got.
All right.
So it's but you were doing pretty well until this moment.
Most pilots don't have to, but if we turn on the headlights, would it make for any improvement on this scale?
No, but you could flash them.
It might help if he took his. It might help if he took his sunglasses off.
Possibly. Or remove the shutter, because I don't know, that might still be out from the hop drive. I'm not sure. But anyway, that has resulted. Samuel, you're in the engineering section trying to find ways to reduce the pressure as much as you can, or
you want me to do another roll?
No. I'm just giving you the description, or strengthening the field that's containing the whatever the exotic matter is that drives this bloody thing. When you hear an alert go off and you look up on the board and you can recognize it, one of your fuel tanks has suffered a puncture, and the remaining.
Oh, nice.
Start at So fuel is leaking, and this is coming out of your power plant, which is because you've got nothing in the jump drives, so it's power plant fuel that you're losing now. So,
is there anybody with mechanics who can take care of that, or do we have some self-sealing stuff or foam that would naturally cover that? I mean, there's usually something that We might have lost some fuel, but we could seal it.
Right, yeah. So
In the
Megan's
meantime.
not here to get to the board to engage the sealing units. They just close the baffles down a bit further and they seal off that particular part, but it is a manual thing. You're going to have to go over to do that. If you do, it's going to make...
Yeah, don't you need me to stay on these drives, though?
Well, you got to choose. Lose petrol or allow the situation... I'm not saying it's going to explode right away, but allow it to get a bit more difficult for you to...
Can I send Negan for the petrol? He's not around.
No,
I thought he was right next to me.
No, he's off getting the other collar.
How far is it from me? I don't want to get too far away from the main drives to let him go sour.
Basically, you're going to have to go away from it to the board to activate it. And
Can I tell that I have time, though, to do this, that I can pull both tasks off?
You know
based
that
on my
by
experience.
or you know that if you go do it, it is going to make what you'd have to come back to harder, but it's not going to explode in your face because you do it.
How far away from the gas giant if we lose too much fuel? I mean, we're not going to... I'm weighing out my decision
no
here.
one knows. Yeah, no one knows because you haven't had to give sensor reading yet.
Shit. All right. Well, we don't want to lose fuel then, so we got two crises. I'm heading over there, and I'm going to manually do the fuel line, and then I got to...
No need, roll needed.
We do have comms. I want to let the captain know what the hell's going on at the same time as I'm on my way to do it.
Yeah. And
okay. Oh, shoot.
No, you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll. It's all easy.
Okay, no roll. The roll doesn't matter.
It's a simple manual thing to do. It just implicates that it's going to be tougher when you get back to you. So you start returning straight away back to the containment unit. Once you're done
Wait, hold on.
Captain. Yep.
Hold on. No one else can help. We're all sitting on our ass.
Negan is the only one who has engineering.
Who else has mechanics or electronics?
What happened to Wee Wee?
She's not on the ship.
Oh, she's not with us anymore.
No.
Yeah,
she's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
She filed it with the Me Too campaign and left.
Yeah.
She didn't join this group.
Hold on, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sergeant Lance, you need to get down there and help them. He doesn't have engineering, but he's got mech and electronics, so he can help. Anyone? Oh, no. Do I need Weaver here? Hold on, shut up, Jerry. Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Lance, get down.
Yes, sir.
Get down there. Okay. It sounds like we're in a fucking crisis, and this little dude's running about.
Radio.
All right, hold on. Wait, Steve. Hold on. Who else have we got on board?
Real quick.
Just everyone that's in there.
Get down there now! Right, who else have we got on this ship?
We had the assistant engineer, but he's like hungover. So.
He is trying to find the coupling to stop the containment unit from exploding.
I see new player, Manta.
He's playing Devon. He's playing Eric's character, who's just all about fighting.
Well, if that coupling explodes, or if this drive fries out, we better hope there's a nice habitable world in this system.
No, we need to organize some people here because I don't know why you're just doing everything.
Devon is in the laser shooting, trying to shoot debris away from you as you fire on.
What's his skills again?
Yeah.
He's got laser.
I do have admin, so I could file some paperwork, or I got forward observer, so I could observe if that we won't be going forward much longer if we lose all the fuel. But no mechanics.
What about a computer?
I've got computers. Yeah.
Rounds that blow stuff up.
No, I'll leave him on ship. Weaver, do I really need Weaver here? Is he navigating, or is he?
He's trying to get the sensors to work.
You
need him.
All right, he works on sensors. Am I forgetting anyone else? Because Negan's with
Jerry. Samuel,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. You've only got a small team on the ship.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Lance, get down there and help them now.
Okay.
Well, if Lance gets down there to help, I would never have to leave to go patch the... that's a simple mechanic. It's already too late. I already did it.
It's okay.
They don't know that, though.
See, this is what happens
when
the
I'm on my
captain
way
leaves.
back to the coupling.
Yeah. Okay, so Jerry, sorry, Samuel, I need another roll from you just to see where the situation is.
I got straight 8 with my skill.
Okay, rightio. Hasn't increased too much, but it is slightly harder than what it was before. Will, I need you to give me another diagnostic on the sensors to see if you can do anything with them. Nope. You're just in too much of a thick concentration. You're flying blind from sensors. Okay, Captain, I need another roll, please, for piloting at level 1. You've only got visuals, and that's pretty damn tight.
6.
Ooh.
No, higher than that. I got a pilot 3.
Yep, but you only get a +1 because of the flying by the seat of your pants sort of stuff. Yep.
My mouse is doing some crazy shit. Is somebody like controlling my mouse?
Go. What do you want to say, so?
Is that you, Dave?
No, it's me.
Dave was laughing.
Hold on. You keep
I was laughing.
+1.
Somebody...
Are you talking about a -1?
No, you have a total of +1 instead of a +3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that makes it a 6, or was that? Oh, that's a die roll, the one.
Which means we're probably getting some more dents.
Dents and scratches, but nothing bad yet. Apart from that one fuel puncher.
Clumpity-clumpeter.
Rightio. Finally, Negan, you've gone through a whole lot of crap. You're chucking it aside trying to find this cuff. Where you go, make a roll. Engineering.
Oh, we're done.
No. Do you do anything, Negan, or you just keep on looking?
As far as putting the cuff link on, I'm gonna just verify it's working.
Keep looking.
Yeah, keep looking.
Okay, rightio. You hear the door open and Sergeant Teddy walks in. You're still holding on. So, sorry, Sergeant Teddy has got what skills?
Mechanical.
Electronics and mechanics.
Electronics and mechanics. Okay, rightio. Okay, can you give me an electronics roll just over in the power plant?
I will let... Somebody else needs to roll for me, please, because I'm trying to get control of my mouse.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Basically, he can give you some feedback about the fuel lost. You're down to about 84%. Just so you know how much you've got left in the tank, so to speak, to power you wherever you need to go. And you'll be able to work out from that, when you get out of this debris field, where you are, what you need to do. Okay. Back to you, Negan. You're given a bit of a hard word by the chief engineer to find this bloody thing.
Finally.
Rightio, you start running back to the engineering section or wherever it is you're from. Okay.
You found it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a bit more difficult, so I won't tell you what the difficulty number is, but Negan, give us a supporting engineering roll, please. Nope.
Lovely.
Okay. Jerry, unfortunately, it all falls to Samuel's talented hands to try to get this thing on. No.
Just barely, but still.
Unfortunately not. As you're moving it, you can see things going up. Suddenly, one of the catalyst devices starts failing. We're expecting, if this to happen, you are expecting some cascade failures to happen. The first thing has happened, so
another roll.
No, you've got several options. Do you want to just focus on stopping the cascade failure and let Negan try to put the cuff on, or do you want to try to instruct him while you're trying to get the cuff on and how to stop? What do you want to do?
I instruct him because I've got more skill. I want to put the cup on. I instruct him to take care of the cascade failure, and I want to put the coupling on.
All right, Negan. Engineering
+1 roll. Okay,
1.
he's got it. 8.
Switches a 7. Okay, he's slowing it down, but you can start seeing some other bits and pieces starting to fail. You get to roll yours at a -1 your level, plus a minus. Well, I know what is anyway. Where you go. Okay, rightio. You get the cuff on. You start correcting the flow, the pressure starts coming down, but the problem, of course, is that another device fails on it, and you're going to have to start working hurriedly on that. Lance.
Okay.
Is it Lance?
Yes.
Yep. So you can come over and give a supporting role with electronics.
He's also got mechanics. He can help with some of this too, probably.
No, it's the electronic parts he needs to take care of first. You don't want to discharge.
I'm really having difficulty with my trackball.
Okay. You want me to roll for you again?
There's something weird going on with my mouse. It's like somebody else is controlling my mouse along with me.
Excellent. Are you sure it's not haunted?
I'm not
Is
sure.
it roll 20?
There we go. Okay, so.
It's in both of them. It's in roll 20. It's in my whole screen. I'll wait until the situation's
you are now at the debris field is thinning out a little bit. It's a bit easier, so you now have 2 of your 3 levels of piloting. To make your next piloting roll, please.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's pretty smooth. You're probably going to be able to get out very shortly. Okay. Megan, supporting role, please. Engineering.
Okay.
This time. And, okay, Jerry, you've got a +2 on this roll to stop the cast. Yep. Nice. Okay. The danger has been averted. Everything goes back into green lines, or various pieces of you've shunted things around the system so that they'll hold while you can get some time and breathing space to repair things properly, so they are back to proper specs.
Beautiful.
The hot drive is still off, but you're not in the risk of like blowing up or anything. Okay, well you're out of the field. You can start doing a proper sensor check.
Okay, finally. So none of that interfering chromium-5?
Nope, it's all gone.
Okay.
I'll have to come up with a better name, but anyway, chromium-5 is fun.
Yeah, I used to study chemistry. That makes me laugh. So,
yeah, I know. It's the first thing I saw.
Let me see. Skills. Okay, another sensor roll.
Okay, Glenn. Okay, radio. In this, there is no traffic noise at all. You can detect 3 outward gas giants and 4 inward from your position gas giants. There doesn't appear to be any actual planets, small rocky or icy planets. There are moons, but you're too far away to actually detect much. Apart from that, the gassy giants do have moons. So you've got the biggest ones are in the out part, and then you've got, as you get closer, they get a bit smaller. It's a single star. It's a blue sequence star. Not much else I can tell you about it, really. But there is no chatter at all.
Okay. So I guess I can continue for a while after. I'll try it again later.
Okay. So, Sid, this is where I want you to use your survey knowledge, if you like, guessing at which gas giant's probably going to have the
12.
12? Okay, so you pick the 3rd gas giant in, like, out from the star as the one that's most probable to have a habitable, if you want to try to find habitable, moon.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It's probably the 3rd gas giant out from the star that would probably have a habitable moon, should you want to seek that.
Avatar, here we come.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Okay. So, Will, you pick that. Will, I need a nav roll. And this just is about, it's not about, it's just about how much time it takes. Nicely done.
Nice.
Okay, he's going to compensate for the loss of, and you've got is it a 2G? I can't remember, 2G, 3G?
I think it was 3G.
3G, yeah, I think it's a 3G ship. So you going in all guns barrel, sort of 3G fast as?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all dead air, right?
You've got a lot of air. But it's just that.
Yeah, but is it dead? Like
empty space. I mean,
yeah, we're not doing any. There's empty space.
At the moment, Will's not picking up anything. There's no chatter. He hasn't picked up ships. He hasn't picked up anything apart from the 7 gas giants and possible moons.
Roll on in.
Yep. Okay. So he calculates with that roll. He's going to cut it down to just slightly over 2 days travel, which will leave you at your current rate about 40% of your current fuel when you arrive there.
Outside of rest and meals, I am focusing completely on getting the drives back online and all in A+.
Okay.
I'm focusing on all that work with the hop drive.
Okay.
And bringing everything back to par.
Okay. Right. Yeah. That's cool. You'll have time to do it properly and slowly and all that, so that's not a problem. There's nothing happening. Sorry, Sid, you were going to say?
Yeah, it's a gas giant, right? So we can refuel there.
We've got refuel there. Yep. But just so you know, your fuel capacity and all that sort of stuff
is low. Okay.
Low, but you've got enough to move around in. So trip goes by with nothing. Weaver's on the sensors. He's picking up nothing all the way through. It's just really, really weirdly quiet.
Radio dead.
Yeah, just really quiet.
So if there's anything here, there's no advanced technology, or it's been wiped out.
Possibly. No, actually, that was a nav roll. Can you give me another sensor roll, please? Partway through your trip, Weaver. No. Okay. So you get to the 3rd gas giant. Tacoma, you start plotting for your. Am I right in assuming that you want to get the fuel first?
Yep.
So you're starting to plot your, where you want to enter the atmosphere and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please give me a survey roll so you can sort of...
7.
7. Okay, you can detect some moons. So you detected, I'm going to say 5 moons. You're not sure about their composition or anything, but so that's something you might want to go look back at. But nothing stood out to you right now as we can land there and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You jump into the gas giant. You refuel. The fuel takes about 8-9 hours, and it takes 2 days, I think, for the fuel to be ready. But you've got, you'll be fine as long as you don't do any huge maneuvering. If you can find a moon that you can land on, you'll conserve even more fuel. So you come out. Weaver, can you give me another sensor sweep? And I'll need, once that's done. Cool. You get a +2 Tacoma to your survey roll.
+2 to survey?
Yep. And your skill.
Yep. So that's way over.
Okay, cool. Okay, you do find a planet. It's a cold planet. Moon. Cold moon, but it does have a thin, breathable atmosphere. It also has water, which means it probably has some form of life on it. Just so you're aware. The other moons that you can see, there's one moon that you definitely don't want to go to because of its position. It's put in a great force, so it's quite volcanic and active. And there's a couple of other moons that don't have atmospheres on them at all. There's actually, with all that sort of information, there's 13 actual moons. There's one.
What's the size? What are the first 3 stats of the moon? Size, hydrographics, atmosphere.
I don't have that in front of me. It's moon-sized, whatever that size is. It has a thin atmosphere. And
like 1 to 4, 5, and
no, moods have a slightly different thing. And the hydrographics would be primarily ice with a very little amount of freestanding water, but probably a 2. As far as if you want to do a proper survey, you're welcome to do that when you get over it, Sid. Tacoma.
Well, I need to reevaluate what the fuck our mission was.
Yours was to go in and get a live sample and get back out again of this.
Of the creature,
the
yeah.
Thing. Yeah, the thing. Whatever that was.
Where are we again?
You are. Oh, just beep you on the map again.
Might be interesting to check out. You never know what could come out of it.
Can you see where I'm pinging?
Give it a land.
We don't have a time thing on this?
No time.
Yeah, let's do some surveying.
Okay. Give me a roll, please. Survey roll, once you've done your...
Alright, so that's 9.
That's enough. Okay, this planet does have very low forms of life. We're talking plant and probably stuff that's still in the water. There's nothing land-based animal-wise, but there will be... now, one of you has med. I don't know who has it, sorry.
God damn it, I hope one of us has med.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I thought you talked about taking, what was it?
Oh, Dane.
Yeah, it was like one of Glenn's characters.
Yeah. Because that would be 8, and this ship is built for 8 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know who the 8th person is. But anyway, he'd be your 8th. So...
Wasn't it Rias, or what is it? Gaius Rias?
No. It was just Dane was the only person that was an NPC that signed on. If you're gonna land, he'll do a medical check. He's got, and you can do that for him, Glenn. So are you planning to land?
Oh no, but his mouse is all messed up apparently.
Oh, okay.
No, I've got it. I think I've got it now.
So,
all right, cool.
Yep. So you landing or still?
Yeah, let's land.
Okay, right. And med check, please, just to test for toxicities and compatibilities and all that sort of stuff.
Let's see. What does Dane have?
Med 3, I think.
Yeah, it's not in
He's a
front, but
surgeon.
it's on his sheet. I don't know if I don't know how that got in, but it's Med 3 on the sheet.
Med 3. Yep.
Okay, rightio.
That
Yep, the results come back. Apart from one slight anomaly, everything is fine. He says.
It's just this one little thing.
Yeah, this one little thing. He said there's this free floating in the atmosphere, free floating sort of. He says the closest I can compare it to is like plankton in the ocean, but it's in the atmosphere. So I wouldn't go breathe in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Until I know more about it.
Or at least
unless you're especially hungry for plankton.
Possibly. So he can take a sample if you want to and take it into the med lab and try to work out more about what it is if you want. Yeah.
Of course, I need to drink. I need to have a little bit of a little nip before because I'm a little shaky right now. I don't want to drop the. I don't want to drop the sample.
Right. Okay. Okay. Dane is busily trying to work out what the heck this is. Samuel and Negan are giving the engines a once over just to make sure everything is fine. Well, I guess you're trying. What are you trying to do? You're trying to do something with the sensors? Just try to. I don't know. What is it you want to do?
Well, now I'm on the surface of a planet,
Yep.
so I don't know if there's a whole heck of a lot I can do. Is the radio generally dead? So at intervals of an hour, I say we ain't found ship.
Okay, right. We ain't found shit. Okay. Yep, we haven't found shit. And Mentor, what's Devin doing?
I don't know, just came out with the guys and looking around, I guess. Nothing to shoot at or do, but
yeah.
hey,
No.
Yeah.
So we landed on the moon.
Yep.
So what does it look like? Is it like deserty and the Sadar is?
From what you can see outside, it is dark because you are partially in the shade of the planet, of the gas giant. It reminds you deserty like, rocky, not that much dust or sand, so it's still relatively a young planet. Has pools of what you take to be water. You can see some ice on the ground as well. There's no mountains or anything as such, and like when I say hills, I'm saying sort of more small rises of about 20 feet. That's it. There's nothing else there.
But it's breathable. Breathable atmosphere.
It's breathable except for whatever is in the atmosphere that Dane is not sure what it is yet.
Yeah, so he recommends if we go outside, we should still wear a filter mask.
He's not recommending anyone go outside anywhere yet.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait till the recommendation of the doctor before we do anything like that.
Yeah. And what is Tacoma doing? If anything.
Just studying the outside from inside.
Okay, cool. Apart from his survey, is there anything else he's got?
I don't think so.
Okay, can you just give me a 2d6 roll plus if you've got a high intelligence?
He's got survival.
Okay, we'll substitute that for the high intelligence. Yep. Oh, shit. Crap. Okay.
I started this off really, really bad too.
Yeah. Well, there still is a case of people having to get out to actually deal with that fuel thing. But anyway, because you are going to be down 80% in your power plant fuel.
We need to get to a port star base.
They can fix it. They can fix it now. They can jury rig it so you can fill it up for a wee while. But until you do, you're down a little bit of power plant fuel. What you see, you weren't sure, so you go grab some binocs and you off in the distance there, not about halfway between you and the horizon, it is a small moon. You digitally zoom in, you take some video, you put it through the computer to enhance the picture. You weren't really sure at the start, but yeah, it looks like there's some sort of skeletal remains on the planet. The creature that you're looking at would have been pretty small, perhaps the size of a growing goat, perhaps. Of course, slightly different shape, of course, but yeah, there's a skeleton out there.
So
it's not bipedal.
There's the remains of the creature on the horizon.
Yeah. Well, let's say around about 500 meters away. Yeah, the horizon, 4 planets, so it's only 1,000 meters.
Devin.
Yeah.
Get on the guns and keep a recon out on everything around.
Yeah, will do.
Okay, rightio. So, looking at your, did you want to try to do any more further analysis with your images at the moment, Tacoma?
If I can, yeah.
Okay, so if you've got computer, 0 will do.
Well, I got 2, so 8.
8. Okay. Scanning, you sort of put in some more parameters and stuff, and scanning for, you sort of identify the chemical compounds in the bones or whatever it is that substance is.
From that distance? Ooh.
Yeah, well, it's just basic, because it's different to the rock sort of thing. So you're looking for like organics versus rock. and you sort of send out a couple of sensor sweeps, there are actually quite a few skeletons around the place. Also, in your sensor sweep, when you're looking for organics, that's really weird because it seems the whole atmosphere has got this hazy organic in it. You're really not sure. Okay, we'll just go back to.
Sorry, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Do any of these bones look like they've been crunched?
Studying them,
or are they all
definitely
clean?
They look very clean.
Like there's no fractures in any of the bones?
Possibly there might be some scoring, but no actual broken bones. Yeah?
Yeah, alright guys, we're definitely...
Sort of guess that where the skeletons are you're finding, there's enough bones to suggest that there's more than just one creature there. Or remains, should I say. I should say remains. We'll go back to Dane. Dane, we need a medical roll, but at a minus, so you only get a +1 on this roll all up.
Okay. So he's at a -2, so a net +1.
Crap.
I'm sorry. He is he's fallen out drunk.
No, he's not drunk. He just he's really scratching his head.
Yeah, he had what I had earlier.
Yeah,
he scratched his head so hard his brains came out.
Brains, yeah. He's given himself concussion. The toxicology reports come back as negative. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that says it's safe, but there's still some things he can't quite pin down on this thing. You've got to make the call where you think you've got enough information to say, okay, we can go out, or we shouldn't really go out, and we shouldn't, do anything with this atmosphere. Up to you. But there's a couple of things that you still can't quite work out, like the looking at the organism and doing some DNA scans. It's odd because there's plant DNA, but there's other DNA that's not, and that's not unusual with aliens and things. But this other DNA isn't plant-based. You're not quite sure what the hell it is.
In the plankton or whatever.
The if you want to call it, we'll call it the plankton. Makes it easier.
Is it carbon-based?
Can I kill it?
It's microscopic, isn't it?
Yeah. I know, but
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because this thing could very much be a flesh eater.
So how do you intend to kill it, Dane? Which
here's my point.
You got a plasma gun.
If we go outside and we wear our spacesuits, that's all well and good. But if we come inside, we'll have this stuff all over our spacesuit. So can we decontaminate the spacesuits?
We should be able to heat. You should be able to heat our spacesuits to kill anything, but we should not go outside unless we're wearing a spacesuit.
Okay. So well, Dane, give me the medical roll, please. And that's a +3 on the medical roll. With that,
I called Jerry to come down and look at the microscope with me.
There's something similar.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. There's something similar here. Remember, was there some other creature that we remember that was plant DNA mixed with other things?
Well, yes. The bad guys that destroyed the whole planet, they were made up of all this other stuff. But my thing is the question is it safe to go outside? So that there's two things that tell me whether it's safe to go outside. Number one, if we go outside, can we come back and kill whatever's on our suit without it contaminating the whole ship? Which I've already taken a risk bringing a sample into the ship, but never mind that.
You airlocked it, didn't you? You're not fucking swinging it around.
He would have done
maybe
it automatically.
If we hard about it, we would never do anything.
I washed out the last. I washed out my secondary whiskey glass and I poured it in that, and put some Saran wrap over the top of it. Okay. Yeah, hermetically sealed it, and and there was a refrigerator dish. Yeah.
As Pappy says, just spray it with some Windex when we get back.
Yes, here we go. You'll be fine. Spray it with Windex. It'll be fine.
So the second question is what sizes can it get through?
Well, the results from your experiment come back to answer both of those questions. One.
And by the way, while I'm doing all this, I do put my loaded pistol on my hip.
Okay. Rightio.
Do these
you introduce flame into the chamber to get a reaction, your readings indicate that while it does kill initially some of we'll call them the plankton, others actually change, and you can actually see them taking form and shape so that they create a protective layer so they actually can survive the fire. The other thing, of course, is you see that it changes in size.
This is the alien shit.
I briefly consider the idea of drinking some of it to become superhuman, and discard that idea. And
I got a feeling that ain't gonna work so well.
And I will immediately put the thing in the most secure chamber I can find in the room, and double lock it and put it away, and basically tell. I will use the term from Apocalypse Now. Don't leave the boat. Never, never, ever leave the boat. And so, because if we irradiate it, or we do, I will try several different things that are normal for decontamination, but I have a suspicion that the outcome is kind of the same.
The only thing that works that this thing doesn't seem to be able to adapt to, and it changes into some really interesting structures,
is light.
At one stage, it changes into something akin to metal. Other times, it can change into things that are slightly akin to crystal. So it does change some of its basic structure, or form some basic structures around it to protect it. And by the time you finish all these experiments, before you hit it with the last one, it's roughly the size of a softball. So you don't really want to go too far. Irradiation just seems to feed the bloody thing.
What about light? What does light do?
Light doesn't seem to do too much to it, and he exposes it to high lux, low lux, all that sort of stuff. The only thing he can tell is the lower the light is, the less active the internal processes within the cells are, and he approximates that to like the whole chlorophyll sort of stuff thing going on, that it doesn't have available energy. The only thing that appears to have any effect on this thing is acid.
Far out, man, acid.
Yeah, man. I'm like, okay, well, I call Lance and see if he's got a few tabs.
Vinegar.
So what you're saying is
happy.
What you're saying is we can pee on it, and it'll.
No, that's a base.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Or light base. It's neutral, really. No. Actually, I think if you pee and let it sit for a few hours, it'll turn into an acid, assuming the microorganisms convert it with the toxins.
Okay. I briefly think about peeing on it and decide not to.
You gotta let it sit where it smells like crap.
Well, the one thing that has happened that's interesting, from your initial sample, where it was sort of saturated in the atmosphere, this sample that you took, you can definitely say that you have one individual item creature here now, or thing. Through all of your experiments, it's actually amalgamated into this partially disintegrated thing, which seems to be healing in front of your eyes. You have destroyed with the acid the bit that you hit, but it does seem to be growing back over.
I say we acidly kill it.
No, hold on.
Well, we want to take a sample back, but we want to take a stable sample back.
Yeah, Glenn?
I think we ought to take this and throw it outside and get rid of it.
About to say.
And get a new sample that's not doing anything weird, because otherwise I may have to shoot the whole crew, because I won't know whether they've been possessed or not.
Yeah.
Just make a note, throw it all out. We're not going to get a new sample from here. It's too unstable, and we, and we can't guarantee holding it.
Steve, wasn't it stable initially? Until I started messing with it?
It seemed to be until you started affecting it with various forms of energy and chemicals.
Yeah, and we're about to be blasted with a whole heap of energy and chemicals.
I have a theory that this is that. I have a theory that this is the remnants of the species, that this planet once had life and it was wiped out. And this is like their remnants.
Yeah, like I think just throw it out. Let's make a note, tell them, hey, this planet's got a whole heap of this stuff. But we're here to find the big creatures.
Yep. Look at him.
So unless we want to, we could take a sample and put it in a put it in a bag and tie it to the exterior of the ship and kind of drag it behind us.
Yeah, but we still got to land this thing.
We don't have any low bursts, too. I'd say, how can we hibernate this shit?
You have an isolation unit, remember?
We're saving that for the big creature, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're letting go of the small fish to get a big one.
I stand with the skipper. Depart with this shit. Let's get out of here.
I got an idea. If we want acid, if we want acid, we can puke on ourselves.
But you know what, though? Anyways, though, this was a good thing because this is a learning experience. We kind of have a feel of what we're dealing with. Now we have some familiarity with the contents, and we know that these are remains of the alien species on this one specific planet, that it's been corrupted and polluted.
Well, all right. So I assume if I got a sample somehow, I can get the sample out without risking the atmosphere in the ship. But I'll wait a few hours, and then I'll get some like peanut butter and like put under my eyes, and put like a slice of lemon in my lip, and kind of walk funny and make my clothes disheveled and wander around the ship that way, just to see if anybody notices.
So, Toma, you get a call, probably from Devon, that he's about to hit your medic with his plasma fusion gun on board ship.
Yeah.
No.
Burn! Okay. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
He's infected. Shoot on sight.
That's it. Okay, so Tacoma, what's the plan now? He's ejected. Well, as far as you're aware, he's ejected the sample. And
as
you've
far
got
as
videotape and recording.
More than that?
We have all the data too, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm cleaning all the lab services with Lemon Pledge.
Yeah, make sure to check the air in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the air is good. There is nothing wrong with the air.
All right.
Radio. So to do that roll, Will, I need you to give me an unsure center check. So you roll a d6 and add your level to it. Your skill. Roll the other one.
Oh damn! I never.
Except I'm not gonna do that one because it should have been secret. That wouldn't have been good.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. I understand.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's just one. So 1d6 plus 1. 1d6 plus 1. So this is investigating the creatures themselves?
No,
the
the air, the atmosphere in the ship.
Okay. sensors. That's
And
terrible.
That's all together?
Yeah, 4 + 1, 5. Is that what you meant me to do?
Yep.
Yeah, and then Steve will roll the other.
Yep, done that.
The secret ingredient.
Yep. Okay, so as far as you can tell, Will, the air is safe. It does not resemble, or you are not picking up any of the organisms that have previously been picked up. The area where the probe was used to gather the atmospheric sample is likewise safe.
I imagine tiny little microorganisms. They're hiding in the vents, and they're cupping each other's mouths with their hands and saying, "Okay, the coast is clear, guys. Let's go, boys."
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like it reminds me of awful green things from outer space a little bit.
Okay.
That was a great game.
So, what you doing? What's your next move, Tacoma?
Are we ready to leave? Make our next jump.
You can.
Fuel okay, engine okay.
Fuel is fine.
Yeah,
Engine
are we all ready to jump?
Yep. Well, are you re-sustaining your life support here on this planet?
No. No.
I had to ask, just in case. Okay. Right, so where do you want to jump to? Have a look at the...
That's the question.
So you got a 10 jump. So you're neon. 1, 2, 3.
How far away is Hydra?
7, 8. 8 jumps. 10. Sort of anything in sort of that region.
We've been to Sahana. Oh no, that was Sahano's sounds familiar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, I'm
6,
looking at Hydra and Tonines.
Tonines. Yep.
Tonines.
Yep.
Neptilia.
Yeah, but that's where I want to head to.
Yep.
So I'm also looking for the scouts as well.
I wonder how the Nephilians handled all this over their time period.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're looking into Nekchivan space. Yeah.
Yep. What's our
Okay.
relationship with that Neptunian space?
Well, Nekchivans, they were previously, they were, as long as you obeyed all of their cultural mores and stuff, they were fine. But if you didn't, they tended to execute people. Very, very rigid in that sense.
All right, we need we've got a library on this thing, right? On their laws.
Hopefully, it's correct.
Well, it may have changed. Yeah, it's been 100 years, and they've been in isolation.
Yep.
If
And
they're
that's
still
what
even there,
Megan's
the
here
same
for.
way they were.
All right, Negan, you gotta fucking study on that shit then.
Okay.
Yeah, you
so
don't
you
want to
said-
piss off Nephilians. You want to be in protocol. It's real meticulous. They're really cool though, but you got to stay on the right side of them.
Yep. So there is the subsector is in the Dropbox, guys. Just so you know, I'm just going to put up my page of it, and then I'll tell you. We can just go over the stats of it. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry, which one of the two did you want to go to, Sid? Hydra or?
Can I get some information about the others because I don't have the Dropbox.
Yep. Sure. Okay, so Hydra.
You type it into chat.
I'll do. Yep. Just give me a second. Okay, on record, Tanines is.
And this was always meant to be a Baron system, right?
This one?
Yeah.
No. This one was never settled. There was supposed to be a small C-class wayport, if you like, but that's all.
Yeah, that should have gone down as the thing.
Yeah. So that's Tanines, and Hydra. This is, don't forget, this is old, so who knows what. Some of it will be quite significantly changed.
So yeah, there's this big circle here on the map.
Yep.
What does that represent?
That was information.
That's where there's apparently scout information there.
Yeah. You need to head that way because, like, you looked further. Just remind you guys from last time. You looked down. Damn, where is it? It was somewhere down. Wrong bloody button. Somewhere down in damn it, change. Somewhere down here. Just what I'm putting here. A couple of the stars went out, and it was worked out that anything more than 2 jump seems to be a quarantine for sort of stuff that's that way.
Some weird shit going on down here.
Yeah, I can't remember just which bloody planet. Sorry.
I'm wondering I'm wondering what are they going to do with the sample of this alien? This is some toxic shit.
Do you have to worry about that?
Well, we're on the mission. I mean, this is yay.
Well, it's up to you guys. That's good that you have that. You start having that conversation now.
Well,
is it just worth the money, or is it what?
Obviously, they want to weaponize. I mean, that's what.
Yeah, they want to use it to weaponize something and take over some things and kill mass amounts of people, or what are we really doing? I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying we're.
I mean, what else is there? It wouldn't be good science fiction if the corporation wasn't evil and trying to weaponize the alien.
Sorry for being so obvious, guys. So,
I mean, come on, man.
With that information, which of the 2 planets, or do you want information on some of the other stuff as well? We make this.
It's up to the skipper.
I'm looking at 20s. Is that that's a high? It's a high tech level, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got an A starport.
C. Yep. I'm just 1, 2.
Starbase C.
5, 6,
What's its population again? That's
10. Yeah, you could also get to New Ganymede, but that might not be where you want to go.
Yeah, I think Tonnies.
Yep. So, I'll just give you New Ganymede, just so you know, just in case. I don't know. It might not be what you want.
We need to make repairs to the ship.
It has a E starport. Right? It's a size 2 planet, no atmosphere, no hydrographics, 2 population, which is 678 people, type 5 government, 6 law level, tech level A. It is supposed to have a scout and a gas giant. So don't forget, it has a navy.
That's not a holiday. That's a rescue mission. Wait,
starport A tech level C is what it said.
That's for Tanines, yeah.
Tanines, yeah. 7-5.
I'm reading out New Ganymede.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in case you wanted to, because that's another one within that subsector that's within your jump radius.
And for some reason, when he's got an idea at New Ganymede, he wouldn't be directing us that.
No.
Oh,
I'm just telling you.
Just saying it's there.
It's there. And you've got information on it, and it's within your jump radius because it looked like your captain.
Lilith is always fun. Oh man, the mushrooms, Lilith.
Yeah. Hold on, Jerry.
Yeah.
Can we try not having an ADD moment?
No.
So I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sid. Let's go to Tanines because I think it wouldn't hurt us to get the ship checked out since we bumped up against a bunch of shit in the asteroid field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's indirect of my own personal objectives.
Okay.
Well, don't tell us that. We may have to rebel or something. I mean,
who knows? Rightio, so you're going to jump to Tanines. What I need you to do, first of all, We know the engines are fine. We've got enough fuel to get there. I just need Will just to double check the navigational plan. Let's say you're mostly convinced that you're okay.
Mostly convinced.
Mostly.
You know,
That's okay. We can replace a few couplings and bounce around and deal with all that fun stuff.
Damn,
No big
mostly
deal.
won't kill you.
This is Traveler. Mostly is
Steve,
good.
I come down from the turret and assist him.
It's
I pull out the
He
red.
says,
I pull
what's
out
a
the
pass
red
amongst
crayon.
friends?
No need. No
When
need.
the referee says you're mostly okay, that leaves doors open.
Yeah. No need. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure.
You're not sure. It's fine. Let's keep going.
Let me make my navigation roll to assist.
Yep, you're really convinced that you're mostly okay.
He's written a -5 though.
You made it worse.
Yeah, no, because I don't have navigation skill.
Oh, right. Okay, so you pilot the vessel out. As I said before, there is nothing that's going to get in your way apart from if you fly back through that debris field. As I said before, the engines are totally fine because you had to go over them anyway. So that's just a
So don't blow up roll.
yeah, a don't blow up roll. No problem. Okay, you're a week in jump. So, what's Negan doing in that week?
I guess just continuing my physical fitness program.
Okay, so you're not doing what
So
Declan asked you to do.
You want to try that again?
What's not sorry, what's this?
You want to try that order again?
Try to fix yeah, so roll engineering.
No. Study the Chilean law so we don't get in trouble.
Oh, Chilean law.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll do that.
Chileans.
Yep. Okay, Samuel, what are you doing?
I'm checking all the drives. I've got my eye on the drives and the coupling and the spark cascade issue. I want to make sure that I am focused hardcore on this hop drive and its functionality, that everything's running smooth.
Sweet.
We're going to come out okay. I'm doing my main job.
Okay. Devin, Mentor, what are you doing in jump?
I think Devin is reading up on the Nactivians and maybe chain smoking on the theory that the cigar smoke might keep the spores from eating him a little longer.
Cool. You mean he's not living in his battle suit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, he's smoking pot inside of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lance shares some of his personal stash. It'll calm you right down. You'll be like, aliens. Who cares, man?
So are we saying that's what Lance is doing? He's in
That's
the
part of what
missile
Lance.
launch bay.
That's part of what Lance is doing. Lance is also, he gets a little stoked and he gets artistic and he starts redecorating.
God. Who's
I jumped out David's butt. I tell David, no being drunk and hungover when we come out of jump. Cut him off 24 hours beforehand. Roll those dice a little better, partner.
There are little statements in the movie ratings over here, things like coarse language, some drug use. So you're sort of copying a big long list of those movie qualifiers. It doesn't.
Well, at least there hadn't been any sex.
Yeah.
Let's not go. Yeah, well, Victor isn't here, so
we have 2.5 hours left,
and neither is Jacob. Yep. Okay, so
Jacob. Yes.
Will, what's Will doing in the week?
Well, I had a constant training. I think we were all set up for a very long-term training program.
Yep. So you're doing
mine
that.
was, yeah.
Anything else apart from that?
Well, I can. I think I'm going to be very compulsively spraying Windex on everything for the next week or so.
Okay. Just that. That's what we're doing.
Is anybody going to be doing any maintenance? I'm going to assist with any maintenance that needs to be done while I'm redecorating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Will, you're just window leaning everything.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the hub drive, man. The hub drive.
Yeah.
I'm on that. That's my number one priority.
Well, good. And lastly, Tacoma. Anything else?
He practices his imperious looks. In the mirror.
Yeah, he's annoyed. Like, no. He's
Blue steel.
Yep.
He's he's checking on Neptunian law.
Okay. And sorry, just the last thing I forgot. Dane. So, Glenn, what's Dane doing?
Oh gosh, Dane. I guess he's reading medical journals. I haven't played Dane, but I really don't have a plan for him.
Just check out the pictures.
Just have him check out the freaking air.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess he will be reviewing the data that he got and that sort of stuff. But I don't know that he can get. No, he can't. He's maxed out on his skills, so he's not looking to get any more skills.
Yep. Okay.
Just have him check out the air quality or monitor.
I mean, he'll do that.
Okay.
And he'll check. He'll check the crew and stuff like that.
Okay. So those people who are checking Neptunian lore and all their social stuff and everything, if you can please give me a 2d6 roll plus if you have a high or low, minus if it's low, social standing.
I gotta check my social standing. I think it's average.
Mine is 3.
Yeah, it's 7.
7. Okay, rightio, Tacoma.
So I rolled an 8.
Yep, cool. Dave?
I rolled
a 7, but what's your social?
it's 7.
7. Okay. And I think the other person was Devon Manta. If you make your 2d6 plus, depending if it's a high or a low social.
I have a low social, so...
Okay, so it'll be a... How low?
3.
Oh, God. Okay. That's
you're fine.
It's okay. He has a plasma gun. That's his social.
That's right. If you give us a 2d6 minus 2, please. Oh, you make it anyway. You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay,
He's a pretty smart guy, but...
that's cool.
It's a plasma gun in the battle dress. People kind of like him.
Exactly. Okay,
It's the smiley face he painted on his helmet that everybody liked.
And lastly, I'd ask Dane, please, to give me a medical check. 2 medical checks, sorry, because he was studying medical texts. So medical text check first. Medical plus 3. Okay, I'm going to give you some information about that. The second one, as far as he's concerned, the oxygen, the air is the air. He finds out an interesting. There has been a report, one other report in some documents a long time ago, in something that was called the Fifth Frontier War, which actually happened on the rimward border of Stardust, where a returning fighter on board a ship, basically what happened was he managed to, he succumbed to whatever the wounds were, managed to land the fighter back onto the battle cruiser. He was put in quarantine, isolation, all that sort of stuff, and his body over the course of a couple of days acquired what can be best described as like a mossy covering. He died. They did a robotic what do you call it? Not mortuary, God.
Autopsy.
Autopsy, thank you very much. Yeah, a robotic autopsy. What they found out was that parts, primarily his skin, his lungs, anything that really had contact with the air, that had undergone the most significant change, and those cells had been somehow infected so that they contained now both, more, because every human's body cells actually do contain a slight amount of plant mitochondrial DNA, something like that. Anyway, basically it had become the dominant part of the cell. And they theorized, they didn't know what had happened, where this had come from, because no one else ever returned with it. But they theorized that had he lived, he probably could have actually gained sustenance from like the sun, and or he would have only needed the sun and water to actually live. But that's about it, really, and that's like from about 190, 200 years ago. But that's the only other thing that Dane sort of found out about this. And that's the only other...
the information looking through the Neptilian?
Neptilians, well, you go, well, Pierce put a lovely piece in there about the salad fork, and it's that kind of pedanticness. So based on the rolls you just gave me, I'm going to give you either a penalty or a bonus to should you interact with any Neptilians. Because the one thing you would have studied up on, Neptilians actually only exist on 2 planets in this subsector. So Neftchala, of course.
Named after them for a reason.
Yep. And
Steve,
yep.
You got to post a picture, Steve.
I will.
Put a picture on the display.
Yeah, I will in a second. And the other one, sorry, I just need to check this up. I believe is I
don't think I was here in the game when this was discussed before.
No, I wasn't even here.
Yeah, Iron Even Spear, which is to
of course
the
it is. Just north of it, or whatever.
Yeah, just up here. Yeah. So those are the only 2 planets that the Neftilians say that are solely Neftilian soil. The other spaces, there might be small enclaves or small attaché or like embassies sort of thing, but they are very, very, they're not xenophobic. It's just...
It's like dealing with the British.
Here, you're literally, and you happen to be Papua New Guinean, yeah. Like you have there's no connection between their culture and your culture, and they have this opinion that they are so much further advanced than you. And they had some really weird laws that you would end up being killed for, sort of thing, if you broke without even knowing what the hell that you were breaking. So that's why people are really careful around the Neftilians. So what do you want? Leonis 2. Leonis 2 is a sea starport, size 4, 6 planet 6, which is a where's my thing there? Atmosphere 6 standard. It's a standard atmosphere with 80% water. It has population base of 9, which is roughly 3.5 billion people as the time of the last census. Government level is a captive government, basically to the Neftilian. And they have an 8-star law level, B-Tech level, Navy, Scout Base, and Gas Giant is Leonis 2. Leonis 2, as of the last population, although ruled by Neftchilia, its primary population was a mixture of humans, Sahanians, and several other minor races. Is it Olun or Orthus? Orthus. Orthus is a penal colony. That's why it's got a yellow thing. And yeah, Oloon is. They don't say why you can't go. They're banned.
You just can't go there, all right?
Yeah. Well, you can go there, but
no, I want a reason to go there if we're going to go there.
Yeah. The thing is, you will face, if things are how they used to be, you will face opposition.
Death.
Not, but they just don't tell you what it's about. Anyway, that's roughly the Nephilian space. Except for Lilith is one of the ones that's really weird because even though it's quite close to Nephilia, it's completely human owned and human operated. So that's where you're heading. So you do all that sort of stuff. Come out of jump.
Yeah.
Sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do? Or?
No, I was about to say yeah, but we're landing on Tonines.
Tonines, yeah. Tonines is human centric.
Yeah.
It's really only sort of around.
Well, it's just a waypoint for us.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
And if we can get the ship repaired, but
yep.
Whatever.
So you come in, boom. Before you even start doing stuff, you're receiving radio signals. Do you respond? There is an automated response to say that you need to basically check in and verify and load in your transponder so that any patrols don't consider you enemy or banditry or anything like that when you come in. If basically you're registering yourself in the system.
Really? Okay. Well, I go with that. Well, it's the captain's decision. I say, Captain, we're getting some kind of non-standard hail.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Will you accept the following computer virus? I mean,
yes, I will accept the following computer virus.
Okay, radio. So once you actually send that off, you start getting after a wee while, you start getting a stream of information.
The virus, yeah.
Yeah, the virus. There you go. That's what Dane is looking like. No, he's not. Dane suddenly has this green hue to everything. So basically, what they want you to re-verify your details because your transponder would indicate you actually come from Imperial space.
Yeah, send it again, but tell them no, we are from Imperial space.
There you go. There's a Nephilian.
There we go.
Wow,
lovely little guys.
And he's holding little cocktail sausages.
Cocktail shrimp. Yeah, it's a cocktail shrimp, and they stand about.
Actually, that's human flesh wrapped against.
By the way, guys, we're still, if anyone asks, we're still exploring.
All right. Okay. So basically, yeah. So you send stuff off. Basically, you're actually sending stuff off to a base nearby on the closest gas giant. And you're asked actually to deviate to this location. So, and any deviation away from this could result in used force against you.
Yep.
So
understandable.
Yep. There's nothing, as long as you follow the thing, there's no other encounters sort of thing. You park up at this zone. You become aware, and you can sort of see it out of your window anyway, Tacoma. You're sort of right in the middle of a quite a complex sensor array, if you like. And you can see them. You can read all sorts of scans they're doing on you. They're doing some really weird stuff, but they're doing gravitic scans, they're doing biological scans, electromagnetic scans. They even chucked an X-ray scan at you. Have
they done a scan on our air? They wouldn't have happened to have found anything.
Biological. They would have sort of checked out the biological stuff there. So they've done all these scans on you, and if you want to, while those scans are going, if you want to do any sort of scanning yourself, it's really up to you. You haven't been told you can't.
Well, yeah, I'm going to sort of do passive scans. Whatever light the sun bounces on, it gets back to me.
Okay, where you go?
All right, make a roll. I don't know if I have any constraints or problems with that. Passive.
Okay,
Passive is good.
Yep. Okay, so what you can actually tell with your passive scans is that at around about 3,000 clicks, so the sensor scans are like roughly 50 miles or whatever you want to say, away from you. So you're in this sort of field. It's almost like you've gone into a cube, but one face is missing, and they're sort of just putting in like this rotisserie of scanning stuff. Around about 3 clicks or 3,000 Ks beyond that, you've picked up a small ring of what you believe potentially are fighter vessels. You're picking up about 9. They don't seem to be moving or anything. You sort of, as you're getting the scans, then you suddenly scan and go, oh shit. And you sort of watch them for a wee bit. They're not moving at all. They're very stationary. So you don't know whether they're there in case something happens or are preparing for something to happen.
Yeah, I could practice doing my most suspicious voice, like there's absolutely nothing wrong here. Everything is okay. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, we're mostly okay, guys.
Invade, assimilate, fuse, merge.
Okay, so back in the engineering room. Negan, can I get a supporting role and then...
You like my Neptilian picture?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And
I saved that from a long time ago.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a cool little...
yeah, I'm kind of
roll,
curious.
please, Samuel.
11.
All of your previous repair work seems to be still okay and intact. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, apart from the hole. The hole in the fuel tank has been closed off from your ship up until now. No one's going to think. Okay, rightio.
What? Hold on. Say that
What
again.
You say it's leaking? It's leaking again?
No, it's not leaking again, but
it's closed off. I don't understand.
Closed off so it won't leak. It closed off so it won't leak any fuel, but there's still a hole in the side of the ship.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
the air.
Yeah, we need to patch that. We should have patched that shit on somewhere. We need to get out
could have done it, but we landed on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, that means air's leaked into the ship.
Possibly.
Well, I would recommend we do some scans around that area of the ship.
That's not good.
Like that plank guy.
Let's have Will bring the Windex up there so we can spray everything out.
Get the extra stick and big bottle.
Actually, I radio back saying, guys, we're going to need a bigger broom.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Do you want the medic? You want the medic to check it out? The doc.
Well, Will's got the sensor use. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when the doc's actually got stuff on him that he can test medically, that's fine. But
no one's been in that area, and that area's been sealed off, right?
So basically,
yeah, but we're about to land
on one of the wings.
We're about to land on a planet.
Possibly. One of the wings, underneath, let's say the right wing, you have a hole. But how the baffles are set up internally, you can actually shut the baffles so you lose a small amount of fuel from that area, but nothing else is lost. But the hole to the space outside is still open. It doesn't shut that. It just cuts off the rest of the fuel tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're in trouble anyway because we flew through the atmosphere. Presumably, vacuum would kill these creatures. Is that right, Steve?
Well, Will, do you want to make a sensor sweep to see if you can...
What about jump space, too? Anything exposed to jump space would fry it.
That's probably why it sealed it off.
there's a web.
Yeah, but we don't know the nature
Especially
of it,
hop
so-
space. Hop space, like jump space times 10. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a web of we're in a bubble, right?
Yeah.
When we do that, so
Yeah, we need to scan that area.
Yep. Was that the scan there, Will? 6. Was it from previous?
Yeah, sorry, that's what it was. That's the scan.
Okay. Will's not picking up anything, apart from the fact that you can tell that they're moving all their scans to where you've just scanned to.
Good.
And
Oh, they could blow it up.
suddenly, you're receiving information that you are to stay exactly where you are, that you have just been placed under quarantine. As long as you follow orders and we can verify that you are not infected, you will be safe. The minute you deviate from any of these instructions, you will be fired upon and destroyed.
Yep.
This is Neptilians talking to us, right?
No, humans.
Someone. It's Tanines, the Tanine people. So, a ship comes up, and you're going to have to wait several hours for the ship to get out. A ship, roughly 100-ton. It looks like, to you, Tacoma, it's definitely a modified old scout ship. Several people come out of the airlock. They seem to have various devices and hoses and things attached to their ship and all sorts of stuff.
Car wash.
Yeah. They sort of start talking to you about, okay, this location. What is in this location? What part of the ship is this that we're looking at?
It's under the wing, right? Isn't it? Fuel?
Fuel tank. Okay. Has all the fuel been evacuated from it?
I believe so, haven't we?
Yeah. Okay. No. And they say, and have the rest of the fuel been isolated or emptied? Have you dumped the rest of the fuel? If not, you need to dump your fuel now. Apart from, you'll be on batteries for a couple of hours. You'll be totally safe. You need to dump any fuel you have now so that we can clear out the entire fuel base.
I think we should do it, guys.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, we don't have games to play with them.
Rightio. So that can either happen. It would probably be best to happen from the engineering section because you guys would have
Wait, are we sure that these guys are Tunnis and not pirates? Trying to steal our fuel?
Based on the direction they're giving us, they're taking precautions they're very aware of.
It's not like we have
I would say we
they're
go
like
with
fighters
this.
waiting out there.
No, they're in hazmat suits, but one of them has an eye patch and a parrot.
Yeah. Who's got its own hazmat suit?
And he's got a name tag. He's got a name tag on it. It says "Arg."
Man. For pirate rude boys, their infrastructure is massive, man. Massive.
So you can see this guy. They're waiting for you to excise all fuel, to lock down the area, to give them confirmation that there's no fuel either inside the space or next to the space. They suggest that everyone in your ship gets into vac suits. They'll give you time to do that, just in case something goes awry.
Can we X on the fuel instead of excise it?
Well, they're quarantining us, so we're gonna go along and go with their quarantine. I would recommend we do all this shit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're watching, Will, you've got the sort of you guys' videos on it and all that sort of stuff. So everyone's sort of watching. So once they get that guarantee, you hear them give the message for one of the guys to go in and fire up the plasma gun. Then we'll just burn everything out from there just to make sure we can get rid of any infection.
All right.
Do it.
Does Dane want to say anything?
Sure. I will kind of pass along my notes. and say, well, this is kind of what we found in the atmosphere, and did I hit it with plasma as part of my testing?
Yep.
And what did it do?
Don't do that.
Initially, you get some die off, but then it adapts and it changes so it can survive.
Yeah, so I tell them you might want to hit it with several different things. Acid seems to be the best.
They sort of say, what do you? I said, we don't carry acid. We've got a plasma gun. We've got radiators. We've got and it lists everything that you've tried, plus a few things on a ship scale.
Just tell them no. We've already tried hitting this thing with plasma. It just makes things worse. Acid.
Who's got the doggy?
Oh,
who's got the
Mentor? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so you pass that on.
Sure.
And they sort of say, well, we'll try this plasma gun anyway. We'll just see what happens.
No.
And so the guy goes in and goes. So in the engineering bay, you can see your fuel tank, and because it's all compartmentalized off sort of stuff. You can see the temperature raised quite nicely. They're really hitting it with some really astounding temperatures. Dane, you're watching. And Will, do you want to turn on some sort of internal sensors of some sort just to have a go and see if you can detect anything?
Well,
oh yeah, sorry.
That's
yeah, I think those other guys, the Tonines, might be pros, but I'll make a roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you can definitely see something happening. Well, by the sense of the reaction in the sensors. And Dane, you can actually see those things starting to form that you saw in the lab. So after they've hit it, whatever was there is now formed into these little small spherical with slight etched sort of bumpy patterns, lines and bumps on them. Roughly the size of a cent piece, I guess.
Yeah, pull them up, say, yeah, thanks a lot, guys, you just made it worse.
I said, that's okay,
I'll let the captain do that.
Yeah, we'll hit it with this extra radiation.
No, you'll find acid and burn it with acid.
Don't do that. Yeah, tell them don't do that.
You're only going to make it worse. We've already done tests on this thing. Acid
I give them
seems to be the best thing that works.
I give them some acid to use on the balls because now that it's coalesced in the ball.
Yeah.
Why not?
Unfortunately, you won't be able to give them any acid because you guys are locked in your ship at the moment. They're not.
Yeah, we're quarantined.
Yeah.
Well, tell them to go get some acid, guys. It's not.
And how are we supposed to actually disseminate the acid into this area? It's space.
Well, you're not going to put radiation through it because it's only going to make it worse.
But did you try this sort of radiation? They give out some name, delta wave radiation.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. It turned it into a wood.
Yeah. And gave us all nightmares for weeks.
And if you put it on gamma radiation, it turns into clay. and it gets bigger every time you turn it to and like give them like a whole list of like this radiation turned it into metal, this into clay, paper.
Well, probably it didn't go paper, but anyway, it got to a superior structure to protect it. So they basically back off. They go back into their ship and they just say, we don't have any acid. Where the hell are we going to get acid? And then how the hell are we going to get it in there?
What about an acidous planet? A planet with acid atmosphere?
No, they don't have anything here like that. So they say you're going to have to remain in quarantine. You've got about 10 hours on your batteries. You really don't have much apart from maneuvering thrusters now, and that's not going to even get you close to 1/100th of a G. So what they're going to do is they're going to send over, they ask you how much life support you've got, and of course you've got tons, but whether you tell them or not, it's up to you. They basically...
Well, I radio that we've got enough life support, but I'm really getting bored.
So, well, they're not here to entertain you. They're here to make your vessels safe.
I'm going to ask Weaver, find a corrosive planet or something like that.
We will just infect the planet, won't we? I mean, if
not
you...
if it's acid. Not if it's acid base.
Acid.
Yeah.
Isn't there some sort of acidic planet?
Corrosive can be acidic. Yeah, but you can also have like the other one is not intrusive, whatever, I can't remember what it's called. The one that gets in everywhere. Insidious.
Insidious, yeah.
Can also be insidious, yeah. And that's very dangerous because they can get right into
Can we ask them to give us enough fuel to keep our power plant up in par for a little while? We'll stay put. And then they tell them what kind of acid to get and to blast them with that.
You don't actually have any stuff except you're running on 10 hours of battery. Basically, they are going to fit some temporary, basically remote-controlled rockets that might get you up to about a G to get you closer to the station on the gas giant, but that's about it.
If we can rig up some kind of chemical sprayer, I got 0G combat. I could just go EVA and spray the heck out of it.
There you go. Well, Dane can, Dane.
Don't we have what we need to make the acid compounds on our ship? I mean, we know what we need. We tested it. We could spray it down ourselves and kill the shit.
You could. Dane could. He would make it up, and you and Negan would have to fabricate the... Basically, all you need is and I know it sounds silly, but all you need is one of those like hand pump sprays made of glass or something, so that it won't get destroyed. And then,
well, I think I've got acid or 0G, so.
Yeah, well, you and Devin have got 0G, so you both.
I got Vaxsuit 1 too, which would also give me some ability.
Okay, prep it up.
Yeah.
We'll get them to get us as close to the base as we can get.
Yep. So, Dane, what are you guys thinking of around this other plan about creating your own acid and getting it sorted?
I don't know. I mean, I assume I've got a chemistry set of some kind there, and chemical compounds, and being what they are, I ought to be able to create some acids from everyday household substances. So.
Yep. And the boys in the engineering bay have a very like a basic workshop area, so they can start fabricating.
Yeah.
And this is totally mechanical.
One other thing we need to consider is what are we going to tell them when they ask us where we picked this up? Because that's a long way away.
Well, we just tell them, well.
And you have a 200-ton hull ship. Max jump.
We're hiding the fact that we've got the Uber drive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Your max jump, I think, in a 200-ton would be 6, but when they come in to look at it, it actually takes up only a little bit more space than a 1 jump. First of all,
so it would fool them as a jump 1 or 2. Then is what you're saying, if without further inspection.
Yeah.
We want to keep them fooled.
Yep. But first of all,
that sounds like something for the captain to figure out.
Are you going to go as a team together with your own plan to try to disinfect yourselves, or are you going to wait and let them try something?
I say we move forward.
Yeah. Tacoma.
Yeah, can you repeat it? Because everyone was kind of talking.
Sorry, yeah. Do you want to go with the plan that the group can actually, they have the ability to fabricate and get rid of the infection themselves, or would you rather wait for the officials to do that?
We'll explain that we're going to try something because we might be able to decontaminate it. I want us to do it because these guys are just fucking not thinking.
I second that.
Yeah, well, they'll stop the rocket. They'll basically put you at a halt. Will, you don't have to worry about sensing these. Those fighters have closed in. You can see them. they're about between 1,000 and 800 clicks away.
We're totally at their mercy with no fuel.
Yep. So they just hold you. They stop you basically. Your forward momentum, and they say, "What are you proposing to do?"
Well, we're going to try to decontaminate the area using an acid that we've fabricated on board ship.
Okay, well, you've probably picked up by now that you're surrounded by a defense force, so
Yep.
We'll do that, and then we'll do a thorough sensor sweep, and if it does appear that you have actually done the job, then we'll move on to the next stage. If not, we'll have to decide what we're going to do.
Yep.
Okay. Dane, give me a mid roll.
Play roll for me. +3, please.
Sorry.
I'm in the kitchen. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
all. Okay. Negan, you want to roll for him?
Okay.
+3.
Yep. Okay. He makes
8.
roughly what he needs. Okay, so you and so is it you and Negan, or are you just doing it? One of you just doing it all by yourself in the engineering? Sorry, you got to have mech, because this is not an engineering role or an electronics role. It's a purely mechanical device.
I have mechanical 1.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, Lance and
Okay.
whoever else put it together.
Okay. So, Lance, what's your mechanical? Is it 1 or 2?
1. It's 1.
Okay. Well, just say you're the supporter. So if you can give me a supporting role, please.
Megan, you want to roll for me?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
+1.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm definitely a bad person to roll for you.
No. Just how it is. Okay, Samuel, it's all on your talented hands again.
Mechanical, right?
Yep, mechanical.
7 and a 7. I'm under also. I'm right on the line, but under.
Yep. Okay. Rightio. They've created something. I'm just going to say it's highly fragile. It's made of glass or whatever that doesn't react with the acid. So it is fragile. So Devon, sorry, if you're the person that's still going out, be aware of that.
Yeah, we've created something, but it's not as solid as we would like. We're a little under the par on our creativity.
Yep. So
it should work, but we'll see.
Yeah. Just don't splash it on yourself, especially when you're outside of the vessel. So, Menta, are
in a vac suit.
Yeah, are you in a vac suit or combat suit or battle dress?
I've got combat armor. I'll just wear that.
Yep. Okay. Rightio. So
good idea.
You're out there with the device. I'm going to say that getting there is not a major issue. When you get there, it is going to be a 0G combat sort of thing because of the whole fact that you're pushing something into the area and you've got to spray particular areas. The hole that you're looking in is around about 3 foot wide. It does have some charcoal, some blackening and some slight melt, very, very tiny bits of melting of metal. Shining a light into the hole, it's quite a large area. It would be about 12 feet by around about 8 feet by around about 6 feet. The bit that's been all partitioned off, and you can see what you first think of as like little dust motes or something as you sort of hit them with a light. And then you realize that's what you've seen on the camera. That's the things, whatever they are. The problem with this is when you get there is that you realize when you spray this area, you really don't have anything once it's done its job to negate the acid, because if it hits any of the fuel tank area, it's probably going to start to corrode and eat away through it until it stops its reaction.
Nice.
So that
Try to stay focused on your shots.
That's in a bit of a risk because you are creating a spray per se, and that's going to move along its, its vector.
Hey, just think, if you don't do it, these guys are going to shoot us.
True.
Yeah.
So either a small hole or lots of little holes with big holes in between.
Or plasma, and we get enveloped by this thing.
Yes.
Well, if we can once we're in their base, after we stabilize the ship, we can fix that.
Hopefully. Okay.
Hopefully.
So, Devon.
Mostly.
Yep. Mostly. Yeah. Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Why can't we just spray it with a base to neutralize it after we've sprayed it with
Because he's only
acid?
taken out an acid. No one built a base.
We didn't discuss the base.
Yeah.
We
All right.
just
Well,
got
I'll work
acid
up some
happy.
base. We can work out some. I'll work out some base for
Okay.
you to put it.
Radio. So while you start spraying, Devon, make your 0G roll. And depending on how accurate.
What's his skill?
I have 0G1.
Cool. So depending
Doesn't
on
that give him more like a +2 or something based on the rules 0G?
I'm not sure. We'll have to look it up.
I think he gets higher. I know in vac suits you get a higher modifier. Vac suit 1 is like
true.
+2 or 3. It's I don't know what 0G is.
We'll have a look. 0G combat. When fighting the 0G, any individual chance of losing control movement. Roll a 10+ on 2 dice to avoid losing control. Apply the following DMs. Firing a weapon, which is what you're doing, -4. Firing a low recoil weapon, which is sort of what it is more, +2. Using a handhold, +5. So we're going to have 10 as your roll. You get -2 +5, so it's a +3.
So you need a 7 or
How
higher.
many? Yeah, no. How? You have battle dress skill as well.
I believe so.
Vac suit, I think.
Yeah. So no, I think he's got battle dress.
He would need battle dress to wear that thing.
Battle dress, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, you got battle dress 1, I thought. So that would you get another plus on that.
+2 if you've got battle dress as a skill.
Hang on.
No, he doesn't.
He's the battle dress guy, isn't he?
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
but he might have been wanting to do something.
To pull it up. Yeah, he's got it, but he can't use the bloody thing. Well, he can use it with his vac suit really badly.
Okay. Now, what was that?
So you don't have battle dress, so you don't get the bonus for battle dress. Okay, for each level of 0G combat expertise, +4. So we got a -2 if you're using a handhold, +5, and +4 for your 0G. What's your character's dexterity, please? I'll look it up here. 8. So no bonuses there. Right. So that's to lose control. So basically, God, what does all that mean? 10.
You got to make some rolls.
7. So
7 or higher, I think.
no, it's just you roll and add 7 to that, and you've got to get above a 10 to not lose control.
I'd say that's easy roll.
Yeah, we'll see though.
Oh, okay.
Good. Okay. You've got 3 of these spray things to do. So I'm going to say the first one is minimum damage. It doesn't really have to worry you're worried about. Yep, it's more just a little bit of pitting. Okay, your next roll.
All right.
Just. Okay, Dane, can someone make the roll for if you're not at your computer? Are you at your computer yet, Jerry? Glenn?
Not quite yet.
Okay, so Negan, can you make a roll for mid 3.
Sure.
He's screaming through trying to make the base for it, just in case.
If you can't, I can.
No,
We did
10.
it. 7 plus
10,
3 is
yeah.
10.
Okay, so
Oh, then no plus
while
one.
he's doing that, Samuel, you're going to need to fabricate another device.
Okay, that's a
This
mechanic
one-
1, right?
Yeah, and this one you get a +1 because it's a base. You don't have to worry about it. You can just make it a.
So I get a 2?
Yep.
Plus 2 then?
Yep.
I roll a 10.
Okay, so while he's doing that, you're pretty much getting it ready. And the third final roll, please, Mentor.
Right.
Beautiful.
No, double ones is worse. He needs to be a 10. Yep. Okay. Rightio.
Oh, man.
Teddy, I think you're
I seen a 9. That's all I seen. He needs a 10. 1 plus
Yeah.
1 plus 7.
Yeah. Teddy, I think you're up to go screaming out there and try to help him.
Teddy.
Seamus?
What?
Fuck.
I've also
Glenn.
got.
Glenn.
You're talking about?
I've got.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking
'Cause you're
about
the
Dane.
next guy out, aren't you?
Yeah, Dane needs to go out there to rescue his ass.
Well, Teddy does anyway, because
Oh, Teddy
he's getting
does.
the
Okay,
device.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I think
He's the
Dane
specialist.
is the one with the skill. The vaccine.
Oh, okay. Well, whoever's got the skill. Just need to check who.
So Dane will go out there. So +1 for vaccine skill.
Yeah. No. Plus. Okay. So, does Dane have 0G combat?
No, he's got vaccine.
Backsuit. Okay. So that's 10 minus 4. He needs a 14. He's got a handhold, which takes that down to a 9. He's using that weapon, it takes it up to an 11. What's Dane's dex? It's an A, which is not quite enough. It's a +2, which takes that down to a 9. 9 or more from Dane.
Just
That's what he needs to have.
straight with no modifiers. You added the modifier.
Well, I've done all the models for you from the more, so 9 or more is what you need.
Right, well, there's a 7.
Okay, so he's out there, he sprays, and it's all wrong. So I'm gonna just say how many.
Can I come out and help with my vaccine 1?
No.
No.
Too long. It's gonna take too long to get in. But I'm just saying. So Teddy, you've got. Oh, where the hell is this?
We're failing utterly, aren't we?
Teddy, you got one more lot to use. Where you go, and then you've run out of stuff.
Oh, yes!
Okay, rightio.
Oh, man.
Teddy, you've also got mechanical. Is that right?
No, he does not.
Oh,
Teddy does. Dane does not have mechanical.
Oh, Dane doesn't. Okay. Does Devon have mech? Mentor?
No.
Okay.
I do,
Well,
but I'm
yeah.
board.
Yeah. So the two outside can't give anyone inside the ship their evaluation of how much damage has been incurred in this. But from the sensors, the acidic reaction, chemical reaction has ceased. Also, Dane, can you please give me 3d6? So whoever's rolling for Dane, 9.
I got it.
9. Cool. I just need to roll mine. Oh, sorry. Mine's got to be secret.
Ugh.
Oh, for God's sake! So much for secrecy. So you got 9. Okay. Rightio. As far as you can tell from sensors, Dane, you're out there, so you know what you're looking for. So if you want to do a closer look.
2d6 on a medical, or what?
Yep, you know medically what you're sort of looking for. So.
All right, I'll roll an 8.
You can see a couple of these little bloody things still floating around in there.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'll tell my screw it. As far as we know, his suit's fine, right? So, is he losing air or anything out of his suit?
No, nothing yet. He's not been in the acidic place. He's done all this from outside the ship into the cavity of the ship, so he's not. And that reaction's all completely ceased anyway.
Okay. Well, so let's go ahead and finish using the acid, and then we'll go back in and make some more base, and then come back out.
Okay. So you're heading back in to try to make some more acid and base.
Oh, have we used up all the acid?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then we'll reset and make some more acid and base. So he's spilled what was left of the acid.
Everything, all the chemical stuff has been used. Okay, can I just get a general 2d6 plus any high dexterity roll, please, from Dane?
All right.
He's got the fragile device. Teddy's one is he can be. Yep. Hey, so it'd be a +1 at least. Yeah, +1.
Okay.
Crap. Well, he manages to damage the device on the way back.
Okay. Well,
nice.
That's fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Not a problem.
Okay, so Dane goes back in. He starts making acid, and it's up to Samuel to try to sort things out. So Dane's going to make acid and base. So where you go?
And we'll fix the. I'll get Teddy to fix, or Lance to fix the.
He can have a try.
Well, I can work on that gun thing too. I mean, I built it, so we got to fix it, right?
Yep.
Do I get a bonus?
Well, Teddy, if you give him the bonus roll, see what you get. +1 this time.
Boom!
Yep. Okay, you do it pretty quickly. It's not too much of a fix. And Dane, I need the base I'm not worried about, but it's just a medical roll for the acid, the right type of acid, the right intensity, whatever. Sweet as. Okay, after about half an hour, you're ready to go out again and repeat. So this time you've got 3 lots of acid and 3 lots of base.
Okay, so we'll just do it the same way. I'll hold the base if he wants to do the acid.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Away you go. Spent up, another roll. So you know what you got. You're needing a 10. You get a +7.
Right.
So for every hit, what I'm going to say is you randomly get 1 to 6 of them. Okay, so if you want to see how many you get now, you're fine. That's fine to do. I'll roll that. You roll that, and I can tell you how many you've actually ended up taking out. Yep, you've taken out all of them. So Teddy, base time.
Nice.
And Teddy needs a 9.
All right. So we're just gonna use dexterity.
We worked it out that Teddy. He's finding the acid. Teddy's following up with once you've got confirmation, he's following up with the base as soon as he can. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually Dane that's doing that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dane. I beg your pardon. He needs the 9. I beg your pardon. So that's 1 done. And he didn't get near it. Next one. He's got 3 lots in this gun. 2 lots. 3 lots. So the acid takes its course. It's going to take, an hour to...
All right. Well, I know I failed, right?
Yeah, you can see the acid chewing away nicely at the metal inside.
All right. Well, I just go back and make some more base, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, but by that time...
By that time, what?
Awesome. Okay. Rightio. We'll continue. The acid reaction will eventually stop. But in that time, by the time you sort of he's starting to try to get the base sorted and all that sort of stuff. Will can tell you by the roll that because you've been monitoring that, I'm assuming Will,
Yeah.
that the reaction has stopped. At the moment, there is no breach in the baffles, but you are reading some definite structural weakening in that area.
Okay.
So an atmospheric re-entry would not be recommended right now.
I'm still going to go in and put a base on it just to be.
Cool. Okay.
And we're going to a starport anyway, right?
Well, you are hopefully going to get to a starport. Yep.
It's going to be an upport, right?
It's going to have to be an upport now, whereas before you had the option of going downport. So they run their course of sensors and stuff. They get their guys, after you guys go back into your ship, they get their guys to have a look. They don't detect anything. They see the damage that's happened. They clear you to be moved to the outlying base for the present, where you are to a position where you don't land on the moon itself, but you are given, you're hooked up basically to a orbital power unit, if you like, that's going to provide for your power. You don't need life support, but you still haven't got any fuel per se. But what this does provide you with is the opportunity for Samuel and Nagin to get out. Who's got mech? Sorry, not Samuel and Nagin. Who has mech to get out and replace the plating on the outside, at least so you can, if you want to perform an atmospheric entry. The internal stuff you're going to have to get sorted at a base, but at least you can close the skin if you like.
Jerry. Oh, actually,
I've got mechanical. Actually,
I've got Mech 1. Remember?
Yep. So we've got two mech.
So I've got
mech.
Will? Teddy's got mechanical and vac suit.
Cool. Does Samuel have vac suit?
Yes, he does. Vac suit 1.
Okay. What about Will Weaver?
I wrote it all in the front of the thing. Vac. No, it was 0.
0. Okay, well, it's enough for them to do it, but the other two have a level in it, so it might be safer for them to do it.
Well, and
now.
Teddy actually has 0G combat 1 too.
Cool. Yeah, but hopefully you won't have to shoot the ship to actually put the plate on. So,
yeah,
so Samuel,
but I mean,
sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say Samuel fabricates a piece of metal, and then you two go out, and I just need a mech roll from each of you. And one from Samuel, please.
A mech roll?
Yep, please. Cool.
13.
Good. Okay, so you two are pretty happy with your handiwork. You report into Tacoma that with all your tests that the ship is now airtight for atmospheric landing at least. But you haven't been able to attend to the internal damage. Should you, that's going to have to be...
But we killed all the shit now, right? All the stuff's dead?
Yep. Supposedly.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, you, after about 4 or 5 more hours, you actually get a customs official in a HAZ suit, well, a vac suit, coming on board. Are you guys still in your vac suits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he comes on board, he shows his credentials, he goes through and does a standard sort of, you're pretty familiar with the customs look over sort of stuff. And then he asks you the couple of all-important questions that we might leave for next time. One is, why do you have an Imperium transponder serial number, and where did you jump from? So we'll leave it there for this time, guys. And then you can come up with whatever you're gonna. You guys have got 2 weeks to sort of come up with some sort of answer that might answer either one of those questions without raising too much in the way of suspicion.
Well, I would hope we made up a jump route because we're jump 1 or jump 2 with fuel or something because we're in some shit.
I think your ship could actually, in its current configuration, would be able to do a jump 2. Possibly, I'd have to look at the rules. Jump 4 might have been possible, but I think you've got too much cargo space for that. But you could always say
we misjumped.
Yeah, or you could say, L-hydride tanks.
Yeah, misjump is a good idea.
You've always got.
We could play a misjump. Yeah, we were jumping here and we misjumped. We just figured out where we were.
Couldn't they read that off the computer?
They probably
not necessarily.
Well, that's up to you to decide in the 2 weeks. Do you want to quickly fix the computers so that they read whatever your story is going to be true?
Sounds like a plan.
Or just have a talk amongst yourselves via email or whatever, what story you want to get straight, so that when we come back into it, someone will email me all the bits and pieces you're going to do, and then we'll say, because I mean, he's talking, walking around the thing, you guys wouldn't just be standing there with your mouths open. You guys know that your story.
And we don't have any tanks.
Yeah.
We don't have any
fuel at the moment. You can't go anywhere.
Not tanks. We don't have any pods.
Pods.
Yeah.
So typically you drop
cold berth.
Cold berth. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. So, and a misjump to actually come back into a occupied, inhabited system, highly rare.
Mm.
So you could have been one of those people.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to figure that out.
Yep. So
let's discuss it for real before 2 weeks are over.
Yeah. So guys,
online somewhere.
Please do that. Yeah, please do that so that when we get into it,
guys, I'm gonna sign off a little bit here and tend to some things.